So happy you could come along. We are joined, as always, by Greg Engert, beer director for the neighborhood restaurant group of Food and Wine Sommelier of the Year. The group includes Church Key, where we are, downstairs, Birch and Barley. Also, the newly opened Blue Jacket down near Nats Park. Greg, it is always good to see you.
You too.
What is on tap this week?
So this week we have a brand new beer for the DC area from Goose Island. It's called Gillian, and it's one of four kind of sisters, they call them, that they released all together just now. So keep your eyes out for all of these beers. We're actually going to talk about another Lolita later on.
Try every
segment.
Sister. Sorry,
if you can find it, yeah. If you can find them all, they're in limited quantities, though you will see some Lolita draft as well. So this is Gillian. They also have Halia. Those two are new to the area.
Okay.
And then Juliet and Lolita, which we've seen before. Gillian is actually named after the Gillian Anderson, who played Agent Scully.
That was my guess, actually.
Yeah, I know. And but it was inspired by an amuse-bouche kind of appetizer that one of the brewers at Goose Island's wife likes to make with strawberries, honey, and white pepper. So what we have here is a 9.5% Belgian-style farmhouse ale or saison, stronger saison, that has been brewed with strawberries. I think they use 10,000 pounds of local strawberries, Michigan and Illinois strawberries, 4,000 pounds of local honey, a good amount of white pepper, and then partially aged in white wine barrels. So some of the beer has been aged in white wine barrels and then blended back with the fresher version.
Fantastic.
So a cool kind of culinarily inspired beer.
I thought I could smell that even from, a foot and a half away. You definitely get that strawberry up there. Oh, that's nice.
Good, nice and dry.
Funk.
Yeah, a little funk. It's really cool because it's fermented with, which I think is with farmhouse ale yeast, saison yeast, but also with champagne yeast. That gets the alcohol up, dries it out, and just a touch of funk from Brettanomyces coming through from the wine barrels as well. And what's really great about it is when you think about the flavors you get from some Brettanomyces fermentations, particularly of Bruxellensis, which is what this appears to be to me, it's a particular strain. You end up with like pie cherry, slightly strawberry-ish, funky, almost clove-like qualities, and this blends almost seamlessly with the strawberries and white pepper that they've added to the beer.
Yeah, you get the strawberry at the end.
Yeah,
it's like biting into a seed.
Exactly, it's dry strawberry, and this is another great thing we always like to talk about when we talk about fruit and beer is that fruit, true fruit, is not sweet. Typically, it has acidity, has dryness. When you bite into a strawberry, it doesn't taste like strawberry candy. And that's what you see coming through when you're using the actual fruit here. You're seeing that kind of strawberry seed quality rather than a sweet candy quality.
Now, Goose Island, as we've talked about before, is an interesting brewery because there's a macro has a big ownership or total 100% ownership in it. Yet, as you've said before, they're just letting them go about their business.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, if nothing else, it's just the business is run more, I don't know, there's like more organization or something because they keep releasing these really crazy rarities. We did a huge Goose Island rare beer event here. So yeah, I mean, prime example of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so if a large macro brewer, a global brewing company like, AB InBev takes over Goose Island, it's not like the old days where they might take it over in order to squash it, the competition, or to change up the recipes, make it more efficient and profitable. Now, they're just getting behind them with advertising money, with event money, with planning money, and just with expansive money. So, I mean, you're seeing more of the really cool things than you saw before.
I think macros have been criticized for, creating their own craft brewery lines and sort of putting them out there, and they're not necessarily that good. But here's an example of where a macro brewery can be involved, and as you've said repeatedly, a fine product.
And that's the thing. It just depends on what you're looking for. I mean, these guys are not considered craft brewers by the by the American Craft Brewing Association. They don't believe that they are because they don't fit into that designation. They're more than 25% owned by a non-craft brewer, obviously AB InBev. So the Brewers Association might not consider them craft, but if you just taste the beer blindly, I don't think anybody would disagree that this tastes like craft beer. At the same time, if you may disagree with large conglomerates and things like that, so that'd be one thing. But if you're just going purely on flavor, this is craft beer, and it's great craft beer at that.
And if I hadn't learned that from you, learned about Goose Island from you, I might have turned my nose up on it. Just, and so you really shouldn't, judge a book by its cover as usual. There's nothing, no truer statement. What would you pair it with?
Well, so this is obviously an amazingly fruit-driven beer that's not too sweet. So it can go early on, a great aperitif. I like to think of it, as we get into the fall and winter months, we have less and less fresh fruit available. So if you have this with like a starting salad, there's no need for any fruit component, or really even any dressing component in many ways. This is going to add right to it. Adds a little pepper, things like that. It's awesome with seafood because of that peppery quality. We can push it towards dessert. This is a great thing to cleanse your palate with. It's not sour. It's got a little funk, not too much acidity, but really dry and effervescent. And also you can just do it with like just plain cheesecake, bringing in that kind of fruited component as well.
All right, Greg, thank you as always.
Thank you.
Everyone, please always do drink responsibly, and be sure to bring your thirst next time for another Beer of the Week.